All right, so we're going to go over how to make these two different garbage cans so you guys can use them in your area theme park. Again, you can change the colors and the theming however you want. You can always add more details and change things that I give you, but I just wanted to give you guys the basic kind of models for two different trash cans you guys can use in the theme park. So first what I'm going to do is this blocked one. It's pretty simple. We're just pretty much using a cube and doing some extrusions to knock this out pretty easily. So to make this one, you just start with a cube. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. So you just start off with a cube. So if you're following along with me, please do. If not, this will be a video so you guys can watch it again. So you guys can make it as big, tall, as skinny as you want. This is kind of like your basic trash can that you see at a lot of theme parks or coliseums because they're like just push-in garbages where you just shove it in. I'll put up top where there's a hole, where like at restaurants they'll take trays. You can make the hole smaller if you're looking at like ashtrays and stuff outside of restaurants and businesses. But if we're doing it inside a restaurant, you could put maybe a couple trays or plates on there as well to show that's where plates go. But first things first, let's make the hole for the garbage. So to do this tool, you just go up to mesh tools up at the very top. This is a really cool modeling thing because what this does is it makes it so you can add more lines of detail to cut out. So you go to mesh tool, insert edge loop. So what this does when you click on insert edge loop is when you click on an edge, it will cut an edge, and you just click and hold your mouse and drag to where you want to cut it. So to make that hole, I'm going to cut this way once, and then maybe I want about right there, and then I can click on however I think I want the opening for the trash. Now, this is important for you guys to be able to switch out of that tool. You got to come over here and click on the arrow on the select tool, because otherwise it'll keep cutting. So you'll hit and you're like, oh no. Which again, you can just press Z. But if you click on this tool, it'll switch out. So once you've cut those, you can go to face mode. And I'm actually going to extrude mine in just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more geometry, and it's going to look, I think, a little bit nicer. So I'm going to press R for scale, and I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to drag to the left, just to give myself a little bit of detail, because you guys see now it adds that nice little, geometry. So if I just cut it out, see it's kind of blah. You got to be careful of selecting your back. That's my fault too. There we go. So if I hold Shift and I pull inward, it gives me extra geometry. And then I can press W and I can push inward a little bit to give it a little bit of lip. So again, we've done this for like the toy box that we've made. If you guys did Andy's toy box from Toy Story Room, if you guys did a treasure chest, same technique as extruding inward. So one more time, I'm pressing R for scale, and I'm holding Shift and I'm pulling to the left. I let go, I press W, I hold Shift again, and I push inward. Now, you guys can see it gave me a nice little extra lip. You guys could leave it like that, and like this paint that's a different color. But what I would do is erase it, so backspace, and then I'll just make another cube for the door on the trash can. Because that way you can open it and have it like tilted. You guys can have some trash coming out of it even if you want. So again, I'm just using the scale tool, the move tool to fit it into the hole. Again, now I can bring it in and rotate it a little bit. So it adds a little bit more three dimension, and it looks like an actual trash can, like there might be garbage in there or someone might have put stuff in there. Now, for the top, again, if you want to make it so it's for a restaurant where people can put stuff on it, we're going to use the same technique. So we're going to go to face mode. We're going to hold Shift. We're going to press R for scale. Then we're going to hold Shift, and we're going to pull inward. And then again, press W and hold Shift and pull downward. So now you have a place for the trays, for your plates and stuff at a restaurant. And then you also have your garbage where you can put your garbage. Now, if you want to add even more detail, guys, you guys can come to the text tool. So the text tool right here, guys, is that little T. And if you guys click on where it says type, you can type stuff. You can type in trash. It's going to come in pretty big. But again, you can just scale it. You can press F to frame so you can find it. So again, you could make a couple of these trash. You can put it on like the door. So you could put it on there, or you could put it on the side. You could do both, or you could just duplicate this. Just put it on the side too, so people know it's the trash. So that's how you make that kind of trash can. So like I said, this is kind of the ones you'll see at a lot of theme parks or restaurants and stores.